Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Diggity dank.
Hello, kids, and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. Who's that, Natasha? I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And today we're talking new Nightwing appearances again. Batman Raven the Bold 14, Titans 13, and Nightwing number 116. And we got some exciting news just today on the Dick Grayson front, which I was surprised. I thought they were going to say that for Comic-Con this weekend, maybe.
Maybe it was leaked or something.
Or something bigger is coming. Who knows? Oh. I wonder if something, get more details of Comic-Con. Did you see, they're going to be coming out with an Absolute Comics line at DC with almost like that different, like a different universe, but like different versions of Batman and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern. So I wonder if there's going to be a Dick Grayson in there somewhere.
Yeah, so I saw people saying this Absolute line, and there was like some line of Marvels, but I didn't know what the line of Marvels was either. So I just was like, yeah, whatever, and moved on.
The Ultimate line, yeah. But again, it would just be like a different universe, so they can do different stuff. But I saw there, like even Martian Manhunter's getting like an Absolute book. I don't know if they're all miniseries or what, but so I mean, if Martian Manhunter can get an Absolute book, I mean, no offense, I love the Martian Manhunter, but Nightwing could get an Absolute miniseries.
Maybe they're starting with the Justice League.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe they'll announce Nightwing at Comic-Con.
We'll find out.
I'm just afraid what they might do. All right. But should we discuss the other news? Where is that? Yes. It was announced that, well, at least I saw it today. Mark Waid and Chris Samney are launching Batman and Robin Year 1 in October, a 12-issue series.
A whole year.
Wow. Yes, dealing with the when Bruce Wayne adopted Dick Grayson. So yeah, that's gonna be good because Chris Samney was the artist on Mark Waid. Well, Mark Waid's last Captain America run, because he had quite a few. He had like 2 or 3 runs on Captain America. But yes, so yes, I believe it will look as good as it the writing. So I saw you were excited because they even said because Mark Waid said this isn't a Batman and Robin story; it's a Bruce and Dick story.
Yes, about them being father and son.
Yes, that's right. And of course, since it's gonna be a flashback, and we'll get Alfred too. So
it's good news. I can't believe we have to wait until October.
I know. I know. Well, again, with this the way they solicit stuff, yeah, that's
That's true. That's true. Yeah, wait, does it say it's coming in October or it's dated October? It must be coming in October, because if it was dated October, it'd be out next month, right?
I think so. I believe it's going to be out in October because I know I was looking a few days ago for solicits for something, and it was only up to September. So yeah, I'm thinking they must have just dropped the October solicits. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get an extra Dick Grayson book for the next from October to October, I guess, which will be good news. Trying to see. I thought there was something else in there. But yeah, looks good. Oh, and again, I will of course try to get a hold of Mark Wade because I might be talking to him about absolute power. So fingers crossed, kids. Maybe we'll get his diggity dankness himself. Mm. Oh yeah, I wanted to look for the solicit date or the release date. Oh yeah. All right. Yes, that was announced today. Thought it was like October 16th or something, but so. Oh yeah, and there's variants, so start saving. Yep, 12-issue comic series. Yeah, first issue Wednesday, October 16th. Oh yeah, do you usually pick up your stuff on Tuesday? I was gonna say, are they back to Wednesday now?
Yeah, they're back to Wednesday because I get the stuff digitally. I get Nightwing and Titans digitally too, and yeah, it didn't come till Wednesday this time. This was the first month. Back to
That's what I
Wednesday.
thought. Because I usually look at the list of stuff that's coming to my local shop, and there's usually a Tuesday list and a Wednesday list, and then I think this week there was only Wednesday. I was like, oh, I must have switched back finally.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't seem to affect me. Well, of course, I just go on Wednesday anyway. But all right, so should we talk some of these books?
Let's do it.
Well, all of the books. All right, so I guess we'll start with the oldest one, Batman Brave and the Bold 14, which I'm kind of disappointed this time. Dick's really not on the cover.
Well, we can't have.
I know.
I mean, it turns out this is. I looked ahead. I thought this was a two-parter. I was only halfway. It's a four-parter, so he's got two. He's got two more chances.
Well, I think they know. I think they know how popular Nightwing is. So yeah. So this one now it's back on the train. Oh, outside Uniontown. That's right. Yeah, that's not too far from me. Maybe like an hour from me. Oh, and we'll get to some continuity here because yes, we do have some Deadman also in this week's Nightwing issue.
I know that was funny how the first one of these said for two guys with such a similar. Now it's like they're trying to make up for it right now.
So funny and like the same, like within like a month.
Right.
Oh Lord, I love the Deadman comment when he's talking to Dick. I mean, you were good and all, flying, real cute, but I had the collar. Ladies love the collar. Like Dick had a collar first Nightwing costume.
Yes.
They're still getting attacked on the train. I think we took care of this last time. I love Deadman's Batman impression. And they're still getting messages from that dead woman. Oh, and then they find this little gathering here.
Yes. Influencer con.
The NPTR. But yeah, they talked about an artist they lost too soon, Stella Starling. which Nightwing's like, yep, that's the dead woman. And then it gets interrupted by this drunk. But he's a fire eater.
Wait, which page are you on? I can't.
Oh,
here, near the end. Near the end. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I was moving too slow.
Yeah, because they kind again, like I said, they kind of like fight off more thugs on the train, and then they leave the train and come to this small town. Wasn't it? Oh yeah, Salt Lake, Kentucky. The one spot every corner he knew could offset a bad run, but meanwhile, no, it's the town's just no. What is it? Got a big fancy online shopping fulfillment warehouse to replace the mine. It used to be a mining town.
Yes.
Ironic, we're recording this on the last day of Prime. Well, the 2-day Prime day.
Yes. And I might have bought some things.
I may be making 1 or 2 small purchases before the night's out. Yes, for the house. It's where it's not, you know.
I made more than 1 or 2, and they weren't small.
Fucking things for the house, practical things for the house, maybe like lamps or something. Yes, no, nothing. I saw all these like most of them were like Marvel, but like action figures for like on sale and stuff. And I was talking back and forth with Justin, and he's like, you can get all the I showed him like 3 things. You're gonna get all 3? I'm like, no. I'm like, Daniel would never let me do this. Be a big
Yeah,
problem.
I went to Prime and searched both Batman and Nightwing, and they didn't really have anything that I wanted or needed. But I also searched in Prime Day. Sorry to take it off topic. Kangaroo, and they came out with this kangaroo birthday kit that has a banner that says "Happy Birthday," tricked out with kangaroos and like kangaroo balloons and stuff. I was like, oh my God, my birthday is not for 6 months, but more than 6 months, but I need this.
She's planning her own birthday, kids.
Diggity dank.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program.
The fire eater's name is Hot Spit.
I mean,
I guess.
It's on point.
Yeah, fire eater's basically accusing these people of just letting the woman die or killing
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the one guy Nightwing tackles, and he says, why would Stella speak to you instead of her own brother?
Which, that's the fire eater, right? Or
no, it's the guy in the glasses. Yeah,
okay, but like, what's the fire eater look like? There I see.
Yeah,
okay.
like the long
Boston, you go for hot spit. Okay, right. Like, because when you see the fire eater, he's just an outline.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe he's that dude there that's saying you're all fake. Okay.
I mean, we got 2 more part unless this fire eater was like the boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
Then Deadman's kind of talking to this one guy. The mark, the hand tattoo they have, the one those fakers appropriated. Stella was so unhappy with the night parade, with their fake corporate circus. She had to get out. Oh, but then there's some kind of supernatural thing here because it's like creature attacks Deadman.
Yeah.
Which because
Inside, is it like when he's inside that guy's mind, kind of, or is this a literal abyss?
maybe it's when he's in his mind. Again, I think we saw this thing at the end of the last part. But yeah, this thing must consider itself a god. It's like, you can thank me later. Must be nice to hear from a god again. But yeah, hot spit fell. Looks like you'll burn. Oh, the woman who's running this thing said, yeah, hot spit. He threatened us a few times. Now we just thought he was a grieving fan. He and Stella used to keep in touch. But now Deadman's taking the Ringmaster's memories. The Ringmaster went to Stella's trailer and found their blood loss from one of her suspension acts gone wrong.
Oh, there. He says, I lost him in the warehouse. Okay, so they were in a warehouse.
Yeah.
I got a little bit confused with that because, I don't know, it was like so much darkness. I wasn't sure. This is a real abyss or a mental abyss.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to watch in comics is, sometimes that shading can get a little dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but still, his brother's a magician, the fast hands kind. Right, but he says, I told Stella about a place I'd heard about, a place where time stops, where you never have to settle down, where there are still undiscovered places, still mystery. It's called the end of the road. But stories say to get there, you have to push yourself. You have to feel things people in the discovered world can't. You have to go as far as you can, and once there, you can't come back. Dick's like, oh yeah, it was his sister that came to me. But he's saying Stella wanted to get out of the world of influencers and corporate circuses. She went as far as you can go, bled for it, and where she got to, where she wanted to be, she realized it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. So she wants her soul to come home, and to do that, she needs some hard traveling heroes. Let's go to the end of the road. Deadman. I mean, I'm dead. What's the worst that could happen? And yes, kids, once again, to be continued. So, and as Kristen said, we should have 2 more parts to this. All right. So, so what do you think? I mean, this is like a little out of Nightwing's. Well, I guess he dealt with weird stuff in the Titans, but I'm like, it's not all the time we could see him interact with supernatural.
I found it a little bit confusing. I think maybe I was trying to read it too quickly. I don't know. I was a little bit confused.
Well, sometimes it's kind of hard too, because it's like, what happened last month? Oh yeah.
Yeah, last month the setup, but then yeah.
So we'll say, sometimes it's weird because it's like it's been a month. You're trying to remember where they're at, and then it's like, then they're trying to keep the mystery, and it's like, just tell me already.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I guess overall, they're on this quest to like help this woman rest in peace. All right.
Shenanigans are gonna happen.
That's right. Speaking of shenanigans, should we get to the Titans issue?
Sure.
Which we didn't have a ton of Dick in this issue, but oh yes, we see a meeting in hell as Kira goes to see she going for Trigon? Well, again, as they say, the throne of hell changes hands like every 2 seconds. So
I didn't even know hell had a throne.
yes, they do. It's a very hot item.
Oh, you're funny.
Oh, Titans. Then yes, we're back at Titans Tower where we left off last time. As yes, evil Raven is like choking Dick. She's like, "You, how did you hide your mind from me? Why did you hide it? Tell me." Then Gar and Vic come in, and Dick's like, "She's not Raven. She's trapped Ray in her gem." And then as they're about to attack, she goes, "It's not supposed to go like this." And I guess she basically uses her powers to make them forget, because now they seem like they're just walking in on the two of them talking.
Yeah, or forget or go back in time. That's what I was wondering. Raven doesn't have time powers, does she?
I don't think. I mean, like I don't know if it's just some kind of spell to make them forget, or just if it did go a couple seconds back in time. But yeah, looks like they're just sitting there drinking
But
coffee.
yeah, maybe it's more of a forget because, like you said, she says we were just discussing relocation, and Dick's like, yes, that's right, we were." So it seems like he's kind of confused.
Yeah, because she was saying, yeah, demon, superpowered assassins. Nightwing feels the Titans should think about moving temporarily for the safety of Bludhaven. And then Gar says him and Vic were going to check out something in Kravia. A man named Marcos Savic. But yeah, he's the first democratically elected
president.
20 years. And they're going to check it out because he was attacked by a talking green tiger.
That's an issue.
So those two go. And yep, there's an angry someone turning into a green tiger, a bear. Yes, trying to attack this president again until Garth jumps in as a.
Well, one of those spore things comes out.
Oh yeah.
I think Gar reaches his hand in there and his gorilla hand. It says, "Get out."
And Garth says, tells Cyborg, get the president to the hospital, take his guards with you, tell them he's been bitten by a blue-ringed octopus. There's no anti-venom. He needs to be treated for it with tetrodotoxin.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes. I was thinking it was a spore, like before, but no, it's an octopus.
Yeah, it's like the other attacker. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was a spore that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does look like that, but yeah, I think it's.
Oh, I see. Right, and then she
attack.
goes into the snake. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it went from like a bear to shrunk down and went inside him. Yeah.
Right.
So Vic's like boom tombing everyone else out, and he's like, "You got this," and Gar's like, "Yeah, I can handle it." But yes, kids, it's Apex Ava. Because he's Gar's like, "Oh, Nightwing gave me the heads up on you."
Yeah, and explaining how she can only turn into things she's killed.
So yeah, we get some good fight scenes here. I mean, there's a elephant and a rhino at one point. She's like, "I want to best you. I want to hunt you." Gar, good luck with that. Oh yeah, that's what she says. She was after Gar because she calls him a cheat code. She says, "I can only change into predators I've killed, but you're everything. You can be anything. If I kill you, then I can be anything too."
Enough, I guess. I mean, I wonder if it works that way.
Yeah.
Let's not find out.
But then Raven shows up and puts her in a bubble and says, "Did she hurt you?" He's like, "I'm fine." And Ava goes, "One day I'll wear your face on my skin." And he says, "Not if I wear your face first." And Raven and Ava are like, "What?" It's like, I don't know. I got caught up in the whole thing. Maybe I'll get her face on a T-shirt or something. But yeah, Cyborg calls him, says the president's fine. And then Beast Boy's like yelling at her, basically, like you think killing another living creature makes you a hunter? It doesn't. And then she throws the whole, "Oh, you became a giant starfish and killed thousands." It wasn't intentional.
Then the big finish. Gar's like, "Why were you here, Raven? I don't really need you." And then he's like, "Are you monitoring me? Are you in my head?" And he's like, "Why don't I feel guilty?"
Yes. She's like, "You may not want me to protect you, but I think I always will."
Yeah. So maybe we know Nightwing is having realization something's up with Raven. I think Gar is next. Well, Donna's suspicious too, because she's like, maybe that was the real Hermes. So evil Raven is overplaying her hand. Then we get more Hell info.
Back in Hell, because yes, Hera's talking to Blaze, and they're like, "Are we going to send more?" She already has one of her brothers in her crown. That's when Hera says, "If they confront the Darkwing Queen, they will not do so alone. Attend to me." And yes, that's right. Who's gonna be joining the demons? Yes, kids, the wrath of God himself, the Spectre. That's gonna be a good fight. So, yep, things are revving up there.
I know, when we had that first scene where Ray was found out, I was so stoked. I was like, "Oh snap!" And then she went back in time and changed it, and I was like, "Oh." I was like, "That's sneak."
Yeah, I'm wondering if Dick is gonna remember again, or she might wipe his memory of everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
I figure there's some way Dick's gonna remember.
Hopefully.
All right. Anything on that, or should we get the Nightwing?
I think that about wraps it up. I think the big thing is now Beast Boy might be starting to doubt.
Yep. I wonder if there's stuff going on with him too, just because Raven's kind of maybe repressing his emotions and stuff. So
yeah, I mean that's what I think is what's gonna do it for him is he's realizing he doesn't feel guilty, and I think that's gonna make him realize something's up with Raven. She's manipulating me, so I don't feel guilt.
Yeah, or once at some point, whether maybe when Good Raven comes back and she's not repressing those memories, they're all going to come up, and he's going to have to deal with all of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the Nightwing 116 Fallen Grayson Part 3. Oh man, so we only got 2 more issues with Tom and Bruno after this. So of course, yep. There's a big press conference in front of the Bludhaven PD. All the reporters want to know about Dick being arrested for being heartless. And about killing that reporter. Because all these reporters are throwing it out about, wasn't Dick Grayson once interviewed in relation to the murder of Martin Holt, a victim of Heartless? In Nightwing number 8, back in the 80s.
Which is true. What?
Yes. And then about the whole Heartless, burning the homeless tent city, and I've spoken no one I've spoken to can confirm the whereabouts of Dick Grayson on that night. Well, duh, he was being Nightwing.
You can't say that.
Yes, but after the tent city burned, Grayson's foundation set up a new home for these children, a haven. And then, like the tent city, this haven was set on fire not long after, at night when the children were in their beds. I know they're like, that was it Maggie Sawyer? That fire was caused by Roland Desmond. And then one of the reporters, Desmond, who was found dead on the same night, murdered by Heartless.
Well, that was a coincidence.
Yes. And then, of course, yes, they're like, oh, the crime lord knows Blockbuster left millions of dollars to Dick Grayson's charity upon his death. And then the reporter who was killed discovered the connection and publicly accused Dick Grayson of taking blood money. Then had his heart removed. The scene where Dick Grayson was apprehended. And then they go into Melinda Zuko. She's recently changed her name to Grayson. The mayor's gone to extraordinary lengths to implement Dick Grayson's charity program. Is his sister, who only became mayor after the mysterious disappearance and suspected murder of the former mayor. And then the financial records, which link Blockbuster to Dick Grayson's charity, were once in the possession of the former police commissioner, Gil McLean. After he obtained these documents, he was executed in this very building.
Snap.
Yep. And then, yeah, this last reporter saying, put it to you that Dick Grayson's charity is simply a front for him to control this city, all while terrorizing its citizens. How can we possibly trust any information comes from the mayor when everything points to collusion with a serial killer? How can we trust Dick Grayson? We'll see justice. And Dick's, meanwhile, is watching this from as he's handcuffed to a hospital bed, which he gets out of easily.
Beaten up.
Oh, and then we see everyone's pretty much calling Barbara. They want to help. We see the Titans, the Bat Family, both Supermen.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I guess the Titans just want to go in and get him. And she's like, no, the Cyborg can't just boom tube him out because the Titans are already trying to win back the public's trust at their Beast World. They can't appear to be aiding a serial killer.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, good point.
She's like, everyone stand down until you hear from me or Batman. I promise we're not leaving him to rot. But then when she hangs up, Haley starts barking, and yes, Dick has made it home. Yeah, she sees he's all banged up, and his gunshot wound has started bleeding again, so she said she'll redress it. And Dick wants to know that the murdered reporter had a family, and she's like, yeah, a husband and 2 children. And of course, yeah, he says, yeah, he's like, Heartless killed him to get at me. I love when Barbara says, you can't hold yourself responsible for the actions of this man. You know this. You've reminded me of this many times. So it's like, take your own advice.
You know the Bat Family's terrible at that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But she says, escaping custody, you'll look guilty. I already look guilty. And then she goes, we can clear your name just to tell them who you really are. And he says he can't do that. Revealing his secret would expose everyone in the family. He said he would never ask. And she's like, you never have to ask. She goes, Bruce already suggested it. She goes, Tim, Damien, Steph, Cass, even Jason, everyone agreed instantly. There was no discussion. We're all willing to give up our identities. And he says, he thanks her, and he's like, but I have to try to unmask the real Heartless. And I can't do that while I'm grounded. And we start getting clues about why he's afraid of heights now, because Batman examined his blood and found traces of a poison acting the Scarecrow's fear toxin.
Yeah, it was when he drank that glass of water and whatever issue that was.
Oh, yeah.
Never drink drinks from villains.
That's right. But he said he can't fight Heartless when he's fighting himself. There's somewhere he needs to go. And then Barbara says, well, we're going. He says, no. He's like, I can't do this unless I know Bludhaven is safe. Ask her to watch the city. He says, I have to do this myself. And she goes, take Kaylee at least. She could do with a walk. It's more of a quest. Good. Most quests involve a lot of walking.
That is true.
But she says, where are you going? To find the man who helped me with my fear when I was a kid. And I love it. It's been a long time. Are you sure this guy can still help? How old is he? His age isn't really a concern. Why? Because he's dead.
Dun, dun.
Huh? Then we get the flashback right after Dick's fall,
Yeah.
where, yes, kids, he was talking with Boston Brand.
Let's check out his T-shirt.
Oh, Dick's, yeah, the Gray Ghost. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love, yeah, Boston's giving him advice because now Dick's scared, not only because of his fall, but he doesn't want his parents to get back up there and fall. So that's kind of interesting how Tom Taylor did that because, again, once Dick's parents get killed, that's his biggest fear now actually has come to pass. Both his parents falling.
Also, I think there's a joke for everyone with Boston saying, I'm great at what I do, and trust me, being a good-looking guy in a tight costume can get you a long way.
Well, he's taking that advice to heart. You'd have to be brave, and it would have to be our secret. Your parents really wouldn't like it. How does that sound? He's like, yeah, I think I would be good, mister. It's Brand, Boston Brand. I love how he's like, look, your parents are kind of weird. Oh yeah, Boston says Dick's parents are his heroes, and a kid like you should be following in their footsteps. You should fly, man. But he tells him he'll help him, and but then back in the present, Dick's getting ready to leave the city with the help of B. And basically, what takes him to Europe. Yep. Then he catches a train in Portugal. Oh, what about his alias? Robert Malone, Robbie.
Yep. Some matches.
Yes. Yes, because they take the train because he has a private sleeper cabin that accommodate dogs. Then they rent a car in Istanbul, followed by a few days of driving.
And then the walking.
Yes, in the Himalayas, yes.
All part of the quest.
But yeah, he says, I know if I asked someone for help, they could have helped me get here. But I'm not just being stoic. I needed this, the time to myself, the time to think, the process, and the gradual climb. Fearing heights, but forcing myself ever upwards. Where we're heading can't be cheated. We may never arrive if we don't make this journey. The hidden city may simply stay hidden if you don't travel to it in the right way. The hidden city of, well, of course, kids, Deadman's in this. Nanda Parbat. A mystical city and home to a dead man. But yes, after the events of Night Terrors, yes, I guess Deadman is confined to Nanda Parbat. I love Deadman. You're doing this all wrong. You're supposed to collapse outside the walls after your arduous journey.
And see
So
me and ask my dead.
Yeah. At first, I was gonna say, wait a minute. He called him Nightwing, so does he know that that's the same kid he talked to? But again, Dick does say, "I need your help again, Boston."
Yeah, he knows.
Because he's
he's like, I'm sorry I didn't collapse. As you should be. You're going against all the tropes here.
Yeah.
It's like, I prepared and I do a lot of cardio.
He says, yeah, he tells me he needs help. I can't jump. I was poisoned. It's worse this time. Of course it's worse this time. Last time you were afraid, it was after you fell. This time after your parents jumped and never came back. And then back in Bludhaven, Heartless is, broadcasting to the entire city. He says, "This is Heartless, but many of you may know me by another name, Dick Grayson." So he's really spinning this. But he basically tells him, "I inherited billions, which Dick did, and I built a haven, but it was never building a true haven for children, nor a haven for the poor. I've been building a haven for the criminal, for the cruel. They walk amongst you bearing my mark." He's basically telling them they are in government and the police force. But he says, "Before any of you do anything stupid, know that I have many children imprisoned. And the body of one of their fathers can be found on Bludhaven Pier," which Cyborg boom tubes over to find out. And yep, there's the dead body on the pier. And then Heartless says, "Another parent will die every half hour until the Titans leave this city." So Donna calls Barbara and says, "Oracle, what do you want us to do?" And Barbara says, he will keep killing Donna. Leave for now. Make it public," which they do. And then
Heartless, sneaky punk, is like, "But I invite Nightwing to stay."
We have unfinished business, yes. Unless, of course, he's afraid to rise to the occasion. So as far as Bludhaven's concerned, yes, there's about to be a big Nightwing Dick Grayson fight. So
I mean, I guess that'll be good for the secret identity later on.
Well, what's coming up here at the end is going to be good for the secret identity too. Yeah. How much would I bet the last issue ends with Nightwing Nightwing shaking Dick Grayson's hand or something? It's like, "Thanks for clearing my name, Nightwing."
Yeah, that'll be pretty good. All right.
But yeah, so Barbara's like, he knows about Nightwing's fear. Batman says he's the one who poisoned him. And she says, "You're sure about this course of action, Bruce?" He goes, "I'm sure." She goes, "Thank you." And he says, "Dick would do the same for me. He has done the same for me." What has he done for him on multiple occasions? As we see Bruce, taking his clothes off. Bludhaven has lost too much. It needs its hero. Bludhaven needs Nightwing, as we see Bruce in that Nightwing costume.
That cracked me up.
I know. I'm just waiting for him to make a public appearance. I'm waiting for the public to be like, "Man, I want Nightwing to I want a steroid test. I think this guy's juicing."
I know, like, Nightwing is jacked.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Makes his face look all older.
Yeah. I know. I saw some people saying weird things about this on the internet, and I thought that was ridiculous. I mean, so my first instinct, of course, was like, obviously, physically, Jason or Tim would be a better fit. But of course, he explains why. I mean, it's not about who's physically the best fit. Yeah. It's about, I'm going to do that. I mean, like, it's obviously temporary. And he's like, "I'm going to do this because Dick has done it for me and he needs the help." And it's a much bigger deal for Batman to do it than the others.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice little reversal because, Dick has filled in for as Batman on multiple occasions. So this time Bruce is doing,
particularly when Bruce was questing.
Yes.
Because isn't that kind of part of what happened in
Prodigal?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Although we didn't get to see Bruce's journey, but Dick's kind of like journeying right now.
That he is.
And again, too, maybe Bruce just doesn't want to throw any of his children at a serial killer who literally rips hearts out of bodies.
Bruce is hella pissed. He's ready to go.
And again, I mean, literally, I mean, Heartless has messed with Dick's mind. He's framed him for murder, for being a serial killer. I'm sure Bruce wants to be the one to bring this guy down.
Yes. Bruce wants to have some words.
I'm wondering because the story demands it if Heartless is going to die by the end of this. Because again, I mean, he knows Dick is Nightwing, so it's not a hop, skip, and a jump to figure out who everyone else is.
I mean, he kind of sucks, so I won't be sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's not like any longtime villain, So yeah, I could.
Right.
And like
He's
even
a
pointing
huge
out this story,
douchebag.
he's like, yeah, once you figure out Dick Grayson's Nightwing, it's not a big jump.
Or maybe Evil Raven will do one nice good thing and wipe his memory like Men in Black.
I know that's a weird thing too when the Titans just like leave Bludhaven. I'm like, wouldn't Evil Raven be like, screw this, I'm going after Heartless?
Right, yeah, the Titans in that are not totally matching up, but whatevs.
Oh, that's like there's even a quick scene in today's Catwoman where Nightwing shows up to talk to Catwoman, and it even says, "Oh, this story takes place before Nightwing 114, which is the first part of Fallen Grayson." So yeah, so at least that they had a nice little editor's note there where it's like, yeah, this takes place before Fallen Grayson.
Yes, time is. Time is woody.
Yeah. I mean, I hate that Dick's going through the ringer like this, but again, I mean, I've been enjoying this story, even.
Yeah, the end of last one made me very nervous, but not this time. I was like, I shouldn't have been nervous. It was hard not to be.
I'm waiting for some funny scenes with Bruce as Nightwing, where it's basically just like I'm waiting for him to be like, "This is harder than I thought." This is harder than I thought it'd be. Like, no cape to hide behind, or or Bruce is gonna have to like try to see more acrobatic.
Yeah. But I bet Bruce will enjoy the sticks.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny if like Barbara's in his ear the whole time, and he like Bruce like saves somebody, and Barbara's like, "Remember to smell. Nightwing smells."
Crack a joke. Here's one. She's giving him puns through the comms, like,
Yeah.
no, say this.
I just hear Bruce muttering, "I'm not gonna say that."
Do it. Say it.
Smile.
Say it.
Smile.
Say
Damn it.
the line.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm enjoying this. But yeah, like so this is part 3 of 5, so we only got 2 more issues with Tom and Bruno. So
No, it's crazy.
yeah, waiting to see what we get, who we get after this, like creative team wise. I don't know. Maybe Mark Waid will fall in love with Dick Grayson and write the next chapter of Nightwing. That would be cool because he could like kind of like call back the stuff that he does in that Batman and Robin year 1.
Maybe he'll say diggity dank.
Oh, I hope so. Oh yeah, call back to that Nightwing plus Flash. Yes, I hope he does.
That would make my life. I feel like it's unlikely, but a girl can dream.
If he remembers, because again, that was from the 90s.
Yes, that is true. Diggity dank.
Well, if we do talk to him, please remind him. All right. Anything else? I mean, we covered the issues. Told you about the Batman and Robin year 1 coming up.
I think that's it. Well, I guess whenever this came out, I saw that Dick was in it, and I read it, and I think it's kind of interesting. I guess maybe I'll pick up the rest of them because they feel like they're giving them a pretty Dick and Jason a pretty good relationship. I don't know, it's weird because I read a lot about how they didn't have the best relationship, but it feels like their relationship was barely shown in the comics before Jason died.
Yeah, I mean, they really didn't have a lot. I mean, Dick passed that suit on, and then after Crisis, they met up like once? Oh no, maybe.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's like it was fine before Crisis, and then the other time it was like Bruce gave my thing away without anybody knowing
or asking, or yeah, it's the Death in the Family. Robin Lives. By JMD Mateus. He's good with all the psychological stuff. So, and I've talked to him a few times. We're going to talk to him at the beginning of August about that, about Robin Lives. So,
nice.
Yay. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot. I was gonna tell you. Yeah, Dick shows up. What was it, like a page or two in that? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, kids, it's kind of an Elseworlds where what if Jason had lived?
Yeah, although it says from the DC Vault.
I know. I
I
think.
mean, I guess probably they hadn't.
That's confusing. Yeah, that's why I was even saying
Because yeah, they say these events take place after the thrilling reveal in Batman 428. So I know that they had two different, I guess, 428 like live or die written. So do you think they actually had like?
Well, a few months ago they did put out and they printed the alternate the other take of 428 where they showed where he lived, and it really wasn't much difference. It was basically, Batman finding him in the rubble and it's like, oh, he's alive, he lived, and then taking him to the hospital, and then they show like a page or two of him in the hospital. Besides that, it really didn't alter 428 that much, except it's just like, oh, Jason's alive, he almost died, I gotta get the Joker. So yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's what I'm curious if maybe you would know if you paid more attention, maybe they haven't made it clear. So yeah, like did they actually write this back in the 80s and then they didn't publish it, or did they just make it up now?
The original version of 420, that those two versions of 428, they had both of those ready to go.
Yeah, no, that I know. I guess I'm wondering.
No, this is brand new. This is brand new.
Okay. Because when they said from the DC Vault, I was like, wait, was this like penciled out back there? Because I mean, the style is definitely a little more 80s style, but I mean, obviously you could do that now.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said if I said it's kind of confusing. It says from the DC Vault. If you don't know what that is, you kind of think it's a reprint, but it's not. It's brand new content.
Right, and that's why I was confused too, because I thought, well, did this guy actually write it back in the 80s and then they didn't do that, and so they just left it there?
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, it's extra confusing too because he was writing comics in the 80s too. So
Okay.
But no, yeah, that's brand new stuff. Yeah. I don't know if maybe that alternate take of 428 sold well or something, and they were just like, oh, well, let's tell the whole story behind that. Let's get into that. So I think that's 4 issues, I think.
Well, and I mean, I don't know that. I mean, I don't know if I don't know what people would think if they hadn't brought Jason back as the Red Hood, but I think because they did, for sure, a lot of people are like really side-eyeing even more the decision to kill him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that whole thing, there's so many legends behind that. Yeah, there was an 800, was it 800? Oh, 900 number you called.
900 because you had to pay.
That's true. When you wanted to live or die. And supposedly, I heard some guy had some, I don't know if it was like a dial-up modem or some kind of computer thing or something. That's just supposedly the legend was he just like had to keep calling the number to kill Jason or something. But
right, yeah.
I mean, they said no matter what the number, it was close. But yeah, they voted to kill Jason, which I almost feel like they wanted to anyway, just because that was 1988, and then 1989, the first Michael Keaton Batman movie came out, and there was no Robin, so they kind of wanted to be like the movie. It's like, oh, no Robin.
Right, yeah.
Because I think, he went pretty much solo in the 89, and then they brought Tim in 1990.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Mostly that I don't know. And they were like, people didn't like Jason. And it's like, he's a fictional character. Like, just make him more likable then. Like, you can just.
Well, it's so weird because, like before Crisis, he's basically just like, they basically copied Dick. He was a circus acrobat and basically just exactly like Dick. But then after Crisis, they wanted to make him different. They made him that, that street kid with the attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, which is weird. It's funny because he's like not as bad as Damian. I don't know. It's just such an interesting. Maybe Jason paved the way for Damian, but it's like nowadays people are like fine with that, and apparently in the 80s they hated it so much that they voted to get rid of him. It's just I don't know.
There's a lot of stuff like that in comics where people just like hated it at the time, but then compare it to something that came later on, they're like, oh, maybe that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe this is gonna, if it's not actually, if it's new and not actually some old stuff, then I wonder if by the end he's gonna be giving up Robin and then Tim will come in or something.
I wonder. You never know. That's what I said. I wonder if something's going to happen where he just ends up as Red Hood anyway, or
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out in 3 months.
an alternate universe. Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
I don't think we talked it since it came out. Did you watch the Batman Cape Crusader trailer?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Um
it looks good.
yeah,
Oh,
is do you think there's gonna be Robin in it?
I don't know, because it seems like I think it's like early on in Batman's career, maybe. So, well, I do know for a fact there's going to be at least 2 seasons because that J.M. DeMatteis who wrote that Robin Lives, he wrote a season 2 episode. He told me so. Again, yeah, it's going to be at least
Okay.
2 seasons.
Well, I saw Barbara's gonna be in it as a grown-up person.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I did see an Alfred, so I mean, we might get Dick as Robin at some point. Like I said, maybe if
I mean, I
not,
figure it's all supposed to drop at the same time, right?
I don't know,
Is
but
it like I thought they said all 10 episodes were gonna drop on August 1st or something.
I don't know. It might. It's been a while since any of those streaming shows did that, but it might. I don't know.
Well, this one is partially for children, and
I mean, especially yeah.
kids need their stuff right away.
Well, we'll see. I mean, yeah. I mean, X-Men when X-Men 97 came out a few months ago, I think they dropped like what was it like 2 or 3 the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then they did the rest of them weekly. But
Yeah. But X-Men 97 was deaf for adults.
what? Would you watch it?
No.
Well, eh, I would say. I mean, there was enough there for adults, but I don't think there was anything kids couldn't watch. Which I think that's the sign because that's why I think the original Batman the animated series works so well, where it's like kids could watch it, but there's enough there that the adults, you know,
Yes, definitely. Yes. Like all the best Disney movies. Works on both levels.
yes, and hopefully, yeah, they can recreate that magic with Cape Crusader because Bruce Timm's involved with it. So
Yeah, just so long as he's not trying to.
don't get Bruce together with Barbara. No,
Yeah,
no,
I mean, I guess if they're both adults, but it was weird in the animated series.
just so weird. Oh, hey, my best friend, I'm with your daughter.
Yeah. Who was dating my son? What? Weird. Weird. All right, let's move on. Let's pretend it didn't happen.
Rich people. Yes. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, that's it.
All right. So yes. All right. So next week, open the schedule here. Get another classic review. I think I know where we're going. If the schedule ever opens up. All right. Yes. All right. Yes. Next time we're going to talk. Yes, Nightwing Rebirth #1 and Nightwing 1 through 4 from 2016. So yes, oh yeah, we did talk about that last time. Nightwing #1, then Nightwing #1. So yes, Nightwing Rebirth, Nightwing 1 through 4 from 2016. All right. So yes, so please send us your thoughts on this new stuff. What do you think? Come on, it's a shocker, kids. Bruce in that Nightwing costume. Come on. All right, so send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get the new Capes and Lunatics merch, the new logos. You can rain random money on us and be really nice through the Patreon, or through the Cash App link. And then you can subscribe to our Patreon, where Lilith and I try to give you exclusive just to you episodes every month through the Patreon. So you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and everything is at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. So you want that link, either pause this video or it's in all the show notes. And now, while you have your wallets out, by the time you hear this, it'll be too late. But on Prime Day, you should have made your smartest purchase on Prime Day and picked up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Discover all the secrets of Dick Grayson, even the ones Heartless doesn't know. Yes, find it all. The book's on Amazon now. It's always on Amazon. Go pick it up.
It's always on Amazon.
Again, yes, entertain yourself, feed your mind with knowledge, and of course, support an educator. See, look, now I'm fancy. I don't have to hold the book up. Be like, oh, see.
That is fancy. We really ascended to the next level, Phil.
Yes. And if I talk too fast, see, go to our YouTube, watch the video, pause it. Yep, there's all the information you need. There's what the book looks like. Go buy it on Amazon. Damn it. Forgot. I should have posted on Monday and be like, buy this on Prime Day.
It might not be on sale. Who knows?
Who knows? But you save so much on Prime Day, you can buy something else.
There you go.
All right. Treat yourself for saving all that money. Treat yourself. All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, next time, cover Nightwing Rebirth #1 and Nightwing 1 through 4. And then in a month, we'll be back. We'll be back for the penultimate issue of Fallen Grayson. And the new Titans. And the next part of the Nightwing Deadman story from Batman Brave and the Bold. And any other news. Could have more news. Comic Con this weekend. Oh, Tom and Bruno only have 2 issues, but they might announce the new Nightwing creative team.
Yeah, I'd say it better be continuing on.
It will, but maybe I'm thinking Comic Con will announce it. All right, kids, join us next time.
When?
Same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Peace.